Right now I'm going to show you how to install this Veken Bidet. This is the ultra slim dual nozzle bidet sprayer. We just need a couple of things. Of course, you've got the bidet, the system, everything that comes in the box. The tools that you'll need: a screwdriver, depending on your toilet, a flathead or a Phillips head screwdriver, and then an adjustable wrench. Again, depending on your toilet, you may need a couple of these, or a crescent wrench would work. And then I've got some gloves here. You don't have to have gloves. I'm just going to be wearing gloves today. Technically, you don't have to remove the toilet seat entirely, but I have a quick release toilet seat, so it literally just takes a second there to take it off, so I might as well remove the entire toilet seat. All we're going to do is loosen up these screws here, and then you could potentially just slide this piece in. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and that's where your Phillips head comes in handy here. Just loosen these up enough, and then you can just continue to unscrew them with your fingers there. You don't have to take the entire screw out. You just need to get it enough to where you can slide this in here. Once you're in place here, you can go ahead and turn these to lock it into place so that it won't slide out over time. Once you're locked in position there, you want to line it up. It's got these two little slots here in the front, and that's where this piece is going to slide in to connect, and then that is where your spray nozzles are. So I want that to be as centered as possible. So once I think I've got it in position there, I'll go ahead and tighten these screws in place here. So there we are. It's nice, it's snug, it's in position there. And again, technically, you don't have to remove the entire toilet seat to do this. Now, this is going to go into place here. And actually, once it is in place, it does have a little switch here on the back that you can push to the side and easily remove it. I'm going to leave it because it's just in the way right now. Now we're going to go ahead and drain the tank here, and then we will go ahead and attach the other hardware. So I'm just going to turn off the water here. I'm just going to flush to empty the tank here. Now I'm going to try to get as much water out of the tank as I can. So for that, I'm just going to be putting a towel in it, letting it soak up as much water as it can, and then just wringing it out into this bucket here. And I'm just going to continue this until I've gotten pretty much most of the water out of the tank here. I got most of the water out there. All right, so now I'm going to release the nut down here to add the hardware. We got a little spillage of water here. We've got a towel here to clean it up. So that's underneath the toilet there, and that is where we need to attach our hardware. The system does come with this T and water hose, so we're going to attach this to the base of the toilet down here, and that's where your wrench is going to come in handy to tighten that up. So let's just get that into position to start, and then we will tighten it more. Now you do want two hands on this. You want this to be pointing outwards so that you can go ahead and connect the hose to it. So let's go ahead and hold it there, tighten it into place. I've got it into place nice and snug, and now let's go ahead and attach our water in. So that's nice and snug. Now let's attach our hose here. And this is what actually connects to the bidet that allows you to get water coming out of it. So here's the hose that will connect to the bidet. It's actually got this wing nut that slides to both sides. So it will allow you to tighten both sides using that wing nut, so it doesn't matter which side it's on. And these are the same diameter, so attach whichever side you want to the water in that we've just connected to the bottom or base tank of our toilet seat. All right, that's nice and snug. Now if you can, get your wing nut on there, and then you can actually twist that to tighten it a little bit more. That is nice and snug. Now let's go ahead and insert the bidet and get the last piece connected. Here we have our bidet. Again, like I showed you before, This just slides into place, and then this is where the water goes in. So the first thing that I want to do is actually get that kind of hooked up. So I'm just going to get that started here, make it easier so I won't have to bend down to attach that. Again, slide that wing nut over there, and it allows me to really get it tightened on there. All right, so that's nice and snug. Now let's go ahead and get this into place here. So there, that is in place. Just gonna twist the hose back there to where it's out of the way. Now let's turn the water on and make sure that it's nice and snug and there's no leaks. All right, now I'm just gonna open up the water valve here very slowly. We are in business and there are no leaks. The bidet is in place, it's ready to use and test. So here's your control nozzle for power, right? So here's off, and if you turn it up here, that's high power, and then medium and low power in between. The settings here, depending on what you're looking to wash here, you're gonna select which one, and that chooses which one of these will go ahead and drop down and start spraying. And then you can adjust the angle here with this knob to get the right angle there. To get the right angle for whatever works best for you. Now when we push this button, it's gonna work here. So I've got a bucket here just to catch the spray, and we'll go ahead and test and make sure that we're working right here. So I'll go ahead and push the button here first. And there, as you can see, it's working and spraying nicely. Again, you can adjust the angle of the spray there, what works best for you. Then we can switch to the other setting, and it switches to the other one. And you can adjust the spray here. It's pretty intense there. Switches back pretty quick between the two. And then to turn it off, you just push the button back here and it will turn off. And then you can hold that and it still just sprays to clean out the nozzles there. And that is how you install the Veken Ultra Slim Dual Nozzle Bidet Sprayer. If you like DIY around the house, please feel free to like and subscribe. My name is Drew. I'll see you in the next one.